Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and especially you nephew, welcome back to another Riftbound video. Now for today, we got another topic style video. We don't have any gameplay today, but there will be some gameplay coming up soon, Monday, that is. We're gonna actually get over and talk about some tournament gameplay. But before we jump into tournament gameplay, I really wanted to break down the events that they had, and I think it's important to do it this way, just so you know the importance of going over tournament gameplay. So Riftbound has, well, they've announced it for a while. It's been a couple weeks now, but announced their first English regional qualifier, and a lot of other event updates. I thought it'd be cool if we scroll through here and take a look at all their announcements, because it's some really important stuff, especially, or not only for people who want to take the game really serious and go to tournaments, but for your local card stores as well. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So their first qualifier is in Houston. Thank the Lord. I don't know. I don't think I will be participating because I'm not that much of a competitor when it comes to card games. Most of the time, I like to build the most goofy thing that I think is the most fun and most likely isn't that competitive. But it is in Houston, which is where I'm at. So I might have to, if I want to take this channel seriously, that is, at least go as a spectator. But yeah, it's in Houston from December 5th to December 7th at the George R. Brown Convention Center. And then they also have their ticket pricing here, the competitor, what you need as a competitor or a premium competitor, and a graphic of how it breaks down here. Can I zoom in? Please let me zoom in. It does let me zoom in. Perfect. So for ticket prices, you can have a spectator badge, go in for $25, access to the event hall, and one side event voucher. I don't know exactly what the side events are. Maybe I should just read through it and figure it out. But you get more and more as you go up these steps. For your competitor badge, you have one entry into the main qualifier event. That's for the actual regionals qualifier that it's hosting. And you also get this event promo, which is this misfortune card here, which is pretty cool. For $75, you get a guaranteed promo, and a entry into the main qualifier event, which, like they say here, is a $100 value. So I'm assuming they'll allow people to buy in maybe at on site, but that will be $100 instead of this competitor badge, which you can probably order early whenever these orders are live. And then finally, you have the premium competitor badge, which gets you the main qualifier event, a not free. It's not free because it's $300, but a Origins booster box, 4 side event vouchers, and a framed 2x4 Riftbound or 2x2 Riftbound card back sheet. I don't know exactly what that is. I guess the printing sheet. They're giving those out. I mean that's pretty. I guess that's cool, but it is only the backs. Um, but still, not a bad value. Having that confirmed booster box, if that's something that you want to get into, and depending on how these side events are. Oh, they actually have the purchases right here. But depending on what these side events are and what you can get as prizes, maybe these 4 side event vouchers aren't too bad either. So yeah, this is all about the qualifier. I'm not going to read through all of it because I don't want this video to be all text. I really want to get through this a bit quickly, and then be able to record the other video for later. But prizing, this is an important part of it. So for prizes, for the regional qualifier prizes, important. This is specifically the regional qualifier, not the side events. I'm trying to skim through to see if they talk about the side events. It doesn't look like it, but for the qualifier, this is the prize pool. First place, I'm assuming, is this champion prize. You'll get a misfortune promo. It looks an alt art, but it's strange because the promo that you get for competing is this misfortune promo. This is an alt art of that promo, but this is also an alt art of that promo. So I assume this is an alt art. I'll say full art just to make it simple, because or borderless art if you come from Magic, because that's simple. Because this is also an alt art, but this is an alternate art, and also a playmat. So that's a pretty cool prize as far as stationery goes. Getting the promo card and the playmat. I wonder how many champions there is, because it does say champion prize and not first place prize, but this says top 8. That's a bit confusing. Let me read for 5 seconds. That's surprising. 12 champion legend, or 16, I'm sorry. Okay, so those are side events. Oh, I see. Hold on. Each deck running one of the 16 champion legends from Riftbound, Origins, or Proving Grounds with the highest win rate will receive a unique reward, a holographic metal champion legend card with 3D elements that bring the legend to life. And get this, these bad boys are tournament legal. Talk about blinging out your deck. So I'm assuming that is the champion prize. So there's the, that's cool. I don't know of any other tournaments that do that. So if I'm reading this correctly, there's the first through 32nd place prizing with actual money. So if you win the whole thing, $6,000. Pretty nice, by the way. And also for top 32, 250. So even if you bought the $300 one, you get $50 back if you make it to the top 32. I don't know how large the tournament will be. I'm assuming that is still a difficult place to make, but still you get a prize either way. And you know, top 16 is at 500. So starting at top 16, you start making a profit, essentially speaking. But if I'm reading this part correctly, this champion prize is determined by the deck you actually play. So if you're the only Teemo deck in the entire tournament, you have the highest win rate, and you could get this the champion prize, which you know is very unlikely, but that's cool. So even if you don't top placements, if you are top of the deck choice, you still get this champion prize, which I think is pretty cool. And the champion prize is, I wouldn't say better than the placement prizes, because this is straight up cash, but this seems much more exclusive. So just going by this, there would only be 16 other people with this set of prizes. So that makes this card and this playmat extremely exclusive. So yeah, it's not too bad. So we have the side events. So this must be what the passes are for. The pre-regional challenge Friday. And you can earn a buy round. Premium sealed. So you get, okay, so there's sealed events. So you get to open up and create decks with that. Conquest. So you compete with 3 decks. Okay, on-demand events. So you can just play with friends or people you meet, and then registered side events will all take place on site. Okay. And then outside of the competitions, there's other booths that you can go to. There's dealer booths that you can buy sealed products and cards from. So that'll be nice if you don't find any at your locals. The trading area, so you can trade with others. Free play area to get some practice in, meet some people, and a prize wall. So you can earn tickets to get prizes here. So I'm assuming probably just swag, or oh no, the one ticket will get you a booster pack, or you can trade your tickets for print. Or okay, so there's probably swag and or booster packs. That's not bad. Judge program. So if you're interested in being a judge, they are taking applications. Not something that I'm going for. Y'all seen my gameplay. I make mistakes all the time. So yeah, it's not something that I'll be going for. But if you are interested in being a judge, this is nice for you. And I think they show the judge card. Yep. So the judge cards will get this Heimerdinger promo with a judge stamp. So yeah, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Heimerdinger and okay, they mail it to them. Excuse me. Houston Regional is our first, but someone will be our last. The next qualifier will take place in Europe. Okay, so they're going place to place. I know a regional has happened in China, I believe. I'm forgetting the specific place in China, but I know these cards are out in China, and I believe the regional has already went over in China, which are games we should be covering in the next video, and that's the reason why I'm going over this in the first place. So now we're into store demos and stuff. So since we're out of tournament talk, especially regional talk, I wanted to go over this just in case this really does interest anybody who's watching on this channel. To continue to learn, continue to grind if you are in the US, because this is coming up pretty soon. It's at the beginning of December. I believe that's the first week of December. October. Yep, so the first week of December, first weekend of December, are the regional qualifiers for English in the US. So if you are looking to take this serious, we will have some breakdowns of tournament gameplay in the next video for you. So make sure you subscribe to see that, and like the video so and you can support me making more Riftbound content. Okay, so for the story events is also something important to talk over. For people like me, a bit more casual in the game, who still like to play with others, but probably not going to regionals anytime soon. So they have store demos that are coming out. So these are limited promos. You can check your local game store. If you look up Riftbound events, this UVS games is what they refer to often. I'm not going to click it because I did, and it was like, oh cool, here's your address. So I'm not going to put that on the internet, but you can look this up, click on this, and it will, you can track it to your address, find your local game store that's competing in Riftbound events, and go from there. Or if you go to your local game store often, you can just ask your store owner, see if they are running anything with Riftbound coming up. So it looks like this Timo is a promo that you may get. Limited promos have been provided to stores. Yeah, swing by and get yours. So maybe this Timo is a promo that you get at the demos for the demo decks. So here are other star level play events. So they have Nexus Night. It's open format every week. Show up and throw down in 1v1s, 2v2s, or 3 and 4 player free-for-alls. Sorry, and or 3 or 4 player free-for-alls. And all participants will get a Origins promo pack every week. So this is just for showing up, and you get these cards, or 3 of these cards included here, which is pretty cool. You get some I guess alternate art for runes. These are not the regular rune arts. An alternate art Timo. There's a possibility to get an alternate art Timo, and also all of these cards, which are fairly standard for your deck building. So just in case you're not able to get a lot of, or not build up enough bulk to make a couple of decks, these promos will help you get those and fill in, especially like these Poros, which go in almost all decks that have the color in it. This Ravenbloom Student, which goes in almost every blue deck that casts a spell. This stacked deck, which is a good card for any purple deck. Just look at the top three. So a lot of pretty standard, I guess universal cards that you'll want in all decks, with the bonus of getting, or maybe getting, one of these alt art Teemos, which is an alt art of this Teemo here. So yeah, I assume, I don't know for sure, but I assume it will more than likely be 2 of these standard cards. Oh, they're not even standard. They're parallel foil cards, are these 18s. And then 6 alt art rune cards, and then 1 alt art Teemo card. So I assume it's going to be 2 of these at random, and then 1 of these runes or a Teemo at random. That's just how I assume it to be in the head. I doubt it's like one Teemo in every pack, or 1 of these in every pack, and 1 of these in every pack. That might be a lot, but who knows? Maybe they bless us with that. But 2 reasons why this is good. 1, you do not want cards like these fairly or universal cards to be in low print value. That is something that I talked about in my breakdown of what in my what to play video, an issue I had with One Piece. Some cards were just like, they're so good in no matter what deck you play of that color, but they didn't print them often, so they just became extremely expensive and extremely hard to come by. I shouldn't say extremely, but overly expensive for what the card actually is. So them printing out these cards in promo packs should make these a lot easier to grab for your decks to build. Not only to just build one, but to build multiple of in the same color. So other events, story events, is this Summoner Skirmish. So they occur twice per set. For Origins, they already have the date set for it. It'll be November 24th to December 28th, and December 29th to February 1st. So that will be the set. Actually, I just realized. So the set comes out basically November, December, February, and if February 1st is like the 3rd point, so maybe the 2nd set should be out end of February. Which isn't bad. That's only 4 months, so November, December, January, February, so about 4 months of a set. Yes, that doesn't seem too bad if I'm guessing it correctly, because this only occurs twice per set. If I'm guessing it correctly and the set ends at the end of February, that wouldn't be too bad. But these are specific events that's not, so this one is your weekly event, your weekly local. These are twice per set, and these come with a different prize pool. So this prize pool is, so this is earned by placement. So your participation is just this Tryndamere promo, which is pretty cool. Just straight up, you just get this card, and then top 8, you'll get another Tryndamere promo and a Blitzcrank promo, and then a champion prize. Actually, I shouldn't say another. Let me watch my words, because it does not say how it's. Okay, so there's 2 ways that I can see this working out. The participation prize you get guaranteed. The top 8 prize, it could be you just add the Blitzcrank to it, or you get this guaranteed at the start of the tournament, this at the end, and so technically you'll get 2 Tryndameres. And if that's and following that pattern, if you get the champion prize, which I guess is the same rule as oh yeah, that's actually really nice. Yeah, wait, Because champion prize is not number one. Or yeah, it's not first place because of this ruling. Back here, champion prize is the best out of the leader you play. So that actually is really good for um uh, uh, um what's the word, variety in play. So you can show up to a tournament and everybody's playing Miss Fortune because she's right here. Let's say the entire store tournament or entire participants are all playing Miss Fortune, and you're the only one playing, I don't know, Timo or something. Um, and for sake of example, let's say Miss Fortune is just the broken deck at the time, so it makes sense for everybody to play Miss Fortune. Even so, for at least these events, even if you don't get, top, so you won't get the top 8 prize. Say you get last place and you don't get the top 8 prize, even still you would get the champion prize because you played the top of that legend. Like I said, that's a very, very much extreme, but that does just encourage people who do play to spread out in legend variety. So if you want to get the what is, for now, from what we've seen, the best prize to get being the champion prize. And currently, with only 16 legends in the game, there's only 16 of these playmats that can be won at these events. So this is a really cool system. I didn't even put that together until right now. That's actually really nice for I think that's actually really nice for longevity, and adding freshness to the game. Instead of like, oh, well, I'm going to regionals, so I guess I gotta prepare to fight the best deck in the game, which can be true. Don't get me wrong. We will go over the stats in the next video. Actually, we'll go over the stats in this video because we will have time for it, about play rates. But this at least encourages more people to play legends that aren't that popular. So that's not too bad. For the release event, so it releases October 31st. So you can go and ask your locals about it. All participants will get a promo pack. So that will be 2 of the cards of the 15 shown. I think this is sick. If it's similar to how I think this is working, this will probably be 1 legend and 1 of these champion cards. And so you will get well, I guess not an all-star champion card, but a stamped champion card, just guaranteed. Also a legend at random, one of the 16 legends at random, which is really good. So you have options to play after the release event, that in case you don't pull one in your packs or boxes, depending on what you buy. So yeah, I think this is really smart to give a champion card and at least 1 legend card at all times, just for participating in a release event. I wonder, do they describe it here? Grab a champion deck, crack some packs. Okay, so maybe based off this, I think it is I think you'll get one of the starter decks. I know it's Victor. Actually, I think it's these 3. Yep. That makes much more sense. So the starter decks, or champion decks, are Victor, Jinx, and Lee Sin. And so I assume you choose from one of those, and then you'll probably get maybe 3-4 packs to add to your deck, make some changes if you want, and then you can play with the other people who showed up. So that's probably why these are the champion cards that you get. So hopefully you can match it to the deck you chose, or trade it for people who want to trade their stamp cards for it. That being said, it'll probably really suck if you picked or bought the Jinx deck for the release event and then got the Jinx deck out of the promo, or the Jinx leader out of the promo. That would suck, but hopefully you can make some trades for it if that does happen. But yeah, uh, organized play. Okay, so yeah, this is just them encouraging organized play. So yeah, make sure you check out that UVS site for yourself so you see which stores are close to you. They made it real simple, a little bit too simple because it went straight to my address. But yeah, for now, let me look at the tournament results to show you what I mean by what's the word? Why did I forget that? I forgot that word every single time I've thought of it. Variety. Yeah. So these are tournament results for all time. So currently, I think it's only, what's this? So some of these are, yeah, some of these are like online tournaments. I believe that's what this Targon's Peak is, and Rift Lab is. I believe these are online sim tournaments, but the city, no. Okay, yeah, this Beijing one, this Shenzhen, I believe is how you pronounce that. And then there's a couple more, yeah. Hangzhou. I'm mispronouncing these like a mug. I apologize. I'm not even going to attempt at this one, but a lot of these have these are the China regionals that I was talking about before, that have already made their way. And as you can see, just me scrolling through it, a lot of Master Yi, a lot of Kaisa. So there is a meta forming, Kaisa being 27%, Master Yi being 26%. So both of these decks being more than half of the pool in general. But when it comes to competing for champion prizes, like I was saying, you can, let's talk about this. You can play one of these top decks because they're obviously top decks for a reason. This Master Yi is first place. Misfortune got a first place. Kaisa got a first place. Master Yi got second place. Kaisa got first place. Future got a first place. Master Yi got a first place. Master Yi another first place. Set first place. Set first place. Kaisa first place. Master Yi first place. So a lot of first places out of Master Yi. And I like Kaisa second. So yes, you can play these meta decks for, I guess, prize pooling in your regionals, which sort of makes sense because you'll get, more money. But if you are, searching for the champion prize, then you can, you can spread out. You can play one of these lower decks, the Lee Sin or Yasuo, Jinx. I saw Yasuo here got a first place actually. Yeah, and this Yasuo got a first place. I didn't mean to click it. I did not mean to click it. But yeah, so you can, play these, which how I remember it going in One Piece, that is, the strongest decks just ran the meta because that is the only way to get prizes. But adding this champion prize rule makes it so that there is a separate way to get prizes, and the way they do it is promoting other leaders. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, We're coming up on the 30-minute mark, and I said this was going to be a short video, but I mean, I guess it's short for me. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Just the regionals and tournaments, local tournaments that will be happening fairly soon. It's coming up on October 31st, so that's when the release event starts, and you know we'll be weekly from there for Nexus nights. But yeah, I hope you guys are as excited as I am. And if you are, be sure to subscribe for more Riftbound videos, and I will see you all on the next one. Goodbye.